April Storm here, and welcome to my channel, where we craft with Southern grace. This month, I'll be helping with and participating in Line Dot Arrow's Facebook group monthly challenge. And I hope you will join us. Get ready to dive into a month of crafting excitement. This challenge is your chance to get inspired, craft with stunning free materials, and win amazing prizes. Where to join? This event is hosted across 6 Facebook groups: Line Dot Arrow, Two Sister Jam, Sweet Pea Papers, Sophie's Crafty Corner, and Junk Journal and Paper Crafts, Junk Journal Tutorials, and more. And Yvonne from Junk Journal Junkies invited us to host our beautiful creations in her group as well. Now, how it works is each week the 4 hosting groups will release a set of free challenge papers along with a brand new video tutorial packed with creative inspiration. And that's what today's video is all about. What you want to do is become a member of each Facebook group and keep an eye on the events section and all the participating Facebook groups so you don't miss. And last week was created by Two Sister Jam, and we made vintage photo strip belly bands. So much fun. This week, I will be making lace hinged Z-fold tags. That's right, lace hinged Z-fold tags. And let me show you what I made. And I think they just turned out so cute. Here, this was my prototype. And I made these 2 yesterday when I made this video, but the video didn't turn out so well. You couldn't see the colors. I had my camcorder too bright. So today we're going to make another one. So what I want you to do is go to Line Dot Arrow's Facebook group. Go to after you get entered in, make sure you answer the questions so the moderators can let you in. Go to the event section and read all the rest of the details there. So this is our inspirational pieces. What I did was print out all of the free challenge papers. You go to each group. Each group has challenge papers. So you visit all the groups, get all the challenge papers printed out. And you got 2 pages. That are collage pages. This is the first one. And I printed this on the back. This one, as you can see, I used up on these 3. Today we're going to use this one. Since all of the challenge papers lend itself to tags, that's what we're going to work with. These are the tags that you'll get from the challenge papers. And these two tall ones here, let me take this off here and show you what they do. Of course, if you know a Z-fold, you'll know. It's an oldie but goodie. And since we're doing Throwback Thursday, this hidden paper clip keeps them close together. So you just see the Z, you just fold them out. And this larger tag I cut out of the collage paper. I just measured it and cut it out because I wanted one that was different sizes, like a stair step. It got smaller as it got towards the front. And I made 2 of those that were the stair step pattern. And this one I just had clusters on each side and then a pocket in the center. This one I made a side border tuck and tucked in these tags, made a pocket again, and then a little pocket here. And then for the third tag that I made, I just love it. I made 3 pockets. So I got a little cluster here and turned it into a pocket and put 2 of these beautiful photos in there. These are full of tickets, and these are a mixture of birds. So that's what we're making today. Now, you don't have to make yours tri-fold, in the Z-fold. You could make yours accordion style and have it, well, April, what did you do with your, there it is. You could have yours accordion style and make more than 3. So, it could keep folding. And you could use every one of these tags and leave them all the same size and make a nice little accordion book. The idea is to make this or something that you wish, as long as you use the challenge papers. And when you enter your items, make sure you use the hashtag LDA Throwback Thursday. So we've got to decide today, are we going to make a stair step and cut one out, or are we going to make them all one size, or are we going to do an accordion? Well, let's see how it would look. Okay. An accordion fold would be fun, but the idea here is the trifold, so I'm going to stick with that. Now, I think I want to use the foil in the center and use these 2 guys on the outside. Okay. And we got 3 tags left to play with. All right. I've got all my bits to work with here. But before we even start using those, let's do our hinges, okay? Let me check my camera. Okay. We've got to have some laces. I use some of that gauze underneath some of this ephemera, and it looked really cute. We've got a lot of bits to work with. All right, now let's choose our lace. The last 3 times I used this lace, we could continue that on, or we could put a different top. This, I think, is going to be too thin. We could do it, but I think the clear winner here is still this beauty. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Now, next thing we need to do is measure and cut our lace. Nice. And again. And now you're just measuring to the bottom of the sides of the angle on the tag. The bottom of the angle on the tag. Now, once you get those cut off, you can, right now, at this point, you can ink up your tags and take them to the sewing machine and sew around them. But Natalie, the way she has designed these, as if they're already sewn, and I just love that. I sewed these right over top of that last time to give it that texture that I love. This time, we value time, so we're going to let that work for us. And instead of sewing on our lace, I'm going to glue it with some fabric tack. And you just try to split how much you're going to put on each tag 50-50. Best as you can. I think that's about right. Now I just glue at the very edge so that it's stable. And you could glue all of it, but what if I want to tuck some of my ephemera under it partially? I'll leave that option. And then if I don't tuck anything, then I can go ahead and glue it on down. You want to leave just a little bit of a gap for folding purposes, so it'll fold right. If you've got stretchy lace, you don't really have to leave much of a gap, but mine's not stretchy. It's going to fold just like that. Now, one thing you can do is fold your second, or place your second tag over here on this side, and have it fold that way, and then the next one fold on top. So for all you left-handed crafters, you'll probably want to do that. I'm just right-handed, so this is the way that it feels best for me. I'm not going to ink today because I've already done all that. This is just going to be a quick demonstration so that you can get started as quickly as you want to on your project. I'm just going to show you the basics of what I did, so you have some ideas. And of course, if you've been at this a while, you've probably already made these before and you're ready to rock now that you know what we're making. But if you don't want to make these, you do not have to make these Z-fold or tri-fold tags. As long as you use the freebies, anything goes. This is just the prompt that I came up with for this week. I hope you try it. I can't wait to see what y'all make in the discussion section and the event section. And see, that just folds over just like that. Nice and neat and even, and that's what we want. Now the next thing I did was I got some cardstock, and I used my tab punch. I folded over a piece of cardstock about 1 inch and cut it. That was just a rough quick punch, cut. And I like to open mine up so that I can see. So I got it upside down. You want the folded part out this way and like that, because when you get down in here, you want to keep this folded part from getting punched. So you bring it down. And that makes tabs. Now I shorten mine because in my opinion these are too wide, and I use these. That's what I did on these. But if you want to poke your holes and put eyelets and some sari silk or lace or fabric, you can. That's just the method that I used to put those on there. And I have a template somewhere. It's in here. And this is what I had left after making the 3 of them. Well, my template escaped somewhere. So okay, we won't worry about that. We'll just cut a second one. And a third. And if you don't have a tab punch, just fold you some cardstock over, and you can cut the shape out. It's a simple shape, so. Or you can make it like, you know, the little whale tail punches. Those are really cute too. I'm gonna use this one as a cutout to shorten this one. Okay. Now you can sew these on, or you can glue them. And after putting these on, you could place an eyelet in the center for looks, or on each side. That would be really cute. Or you can place words on them like I did. On this one, I placed words and then had an eyelet underneath on the side border tuck. And this one, I had it on the left side of the word. Once you put these on, real quickly fold it over and make sure that they are even and not crooked or too far over. Just there. It's not too late. Because if you use fabric tack, you know, it sets quick. You don't have much time. So you gotta get it on there and get it right. Now remember, if you wanted to do the stair step, like my first and second one, you would cut out a tag from one of the pages that they gave us, that Find Out Arrow gave us, and use this as your template. Just make it taller, and the top one, you're going to make it shorter. So you'll just take one of the tags that's been provided to you and cut it off at the bottom. Just measure it up to the height that you wish, and cut. And then you have the stair step. Now this way we'll have 2 stair step and 2 of the same length. Now once that is on and you sewed and you inked, you now have the basics. So from this point on, it's all about decisions. Do you want to make pockets in here? Do you want to do little flip ups and flip downs or flip outs? Or do you want to just decorate it and make them pretty and whatnot? And thinking along the lines of your closure. How do you want to close it? I made hidden paper clips for mine. So you can make hidden paper clips, and that's another way that you can close it. So just be thinking about that while you decide how you're going to decorate. Let me grab a paper clip. And what I did with my paper clips was I used different things. This one I used a ticket and one of the ladies' pictures and one of the numbers. Those I used labels and the numbers to make my hidden paper clips. So we'll go ahead and do that in case that's all you want to do with me and you want to decorate on your own at another time. We'll go ahead and get that taken care of. And then if any of you need to split, you can go your way. I'm going to use one of these tickets. Place it down the paper clip. Flip it over. Try to get it even as you can. So that's going on that side. And once it looks good on both sides, glue it. And don't forget, you'll want to ink your ticket first if you're going to ink. For this demonstration, I'm not going to be doing any inking, but I'll just remind you. Now you could just stop there, but I don't like these little edges catching on my sewing or my fabric, so I cover those too. Let me find a smaller, is it a smaller ticket that I used? Yes, all right. Use this here. The same principle, stick it down the center. Make sure it goes past that point, so it's that part's not catching on your stuff. Hold it and then push it on down. You got maximum coverage, and your tag is going to slide in between those two spots. All right, now that I have the basics made, I'm going to add something to the front here. Let's see that all you can use. That would be pretty. Yeah, I like that. Got a little bit of white still on this. I'm going to cut it just a little more. Okay, now. Okay, so the closure's complete. Okay. Slide right in it. There you go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to decorate. So let's see, how do we want to decorate? My scanning cut was the roller is still a little off track, and it's leaving extra on my ephemera that I have to cut off. Okay. One more little spot. Now just take your time and decide what you want to place where. You got all these ephemera pieces to work with. I'm going to add the word trust to this label, to this page tab, sorry. Add this label to the page tab, trust. I'm going to pull out my words here and my numbers. Words there. And create there. Let's see. I like using these tickets as little bottom pockets. They work well. Just keep them down. Not gonna have pockets all the way across. I don't know if I want that or not. That would make a nice little journal card. I'm going to cut this out as a journal card or a pocket. Pretty. Go ahead and add our words. I'm looking at all the words before I'm sure that's the word I want. I think I want the word writing. Let's see how it looks. Yes. Now let's fold this over so that we can see the true width. Boy, that would be a gorgeous pocket. I'll have to do some cutting. All right. I want to round my edges. And if you don't have one of these little corner rounders, you can just use your scissors and just do a little rounding that way. Sorry about that. Okay. Now see, if I'd use that as a journal card, look how pretty. That's why I printed on the back of that collage sheet. Okay, now we have a pocket in the center there. Let's look to our collage sheets to find something you might want to tuck down in there. I would rather use tickets. I just cut that ticket. Right now, I didn't mean to do that. But it's okay. We'll work around it. Get those little tickets put in there. And that just looks so cute. I'm gonna get it ready. We'll add it. Holly, I'll call you back in 10 minutes. I'm at home. I'll call you back in 10 minutes. Bye. All right, now, I think for the second one, I'm going to make a nice little cluster.
You all coming up with some fun ideas? I bet you are. It's pretty as can be. I just know it. Put a little lace on there. I like that. And then we're going to use this pretty lady's picture. Of course, we could stick her photo down there. That would be cute. And pretty birds here. Put this pretty bird on there. And maybe some numbers underneath that. How's that sound? We love our numbers. Yes, that looks cute as a button. All right, so we got us a little pocket there for photos. Maybe a little side pocket here. There, like a hinge. It'll hold her photo. No, it's not what I'm looking for. Okay. This front. Let's use one of those pretty birds. That one. Okay. Here's the one I wanted. I believe. I'm thinking it's going to be the right size. Let me get this extra off of it. So it didn't get cut correctly. Yeah, that's a cute little bird. We'll have it there. Let's put our clip on here for a moment. Get a bird on there. Dolls go in. Bird there. And then bird's label here. And our word love. There's the bird. Okay. We'll do love. Love, love, love. Little birds. Birds. Lovely. Lovely. All right. I think that is going to complete my design for today. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. I hope
I was able to explain this well enough, and I cannot wait to see what you all come with. That's my craft. Thank y'all. Have a great day. Bye.